There are four elements: water, air, earth, and fire. All these elements are very important and very powerful in their respective natures. With that said, it is also important to understand that the elements are also supposed to work together. And what I mean by that is that, for example, the element of water. The element of water has its own superiorities, like you can have a glass of water, cleansing, healing, in its respective nature. However, too much water can flood places. Too much water can switch off fires when water and fire are working together. At the same time, fire can make the water boil. And the same water that is boiling can be used to make a cup of tea or have a nice warm bath. It can be used also to burn somebody when it's combined with water. These elements work together. I think it's also important to understand that we as human beings are also coming from elements. That's why there's star signs, water signs, fire signs. And like the elements, we are also supposed to work together for the betterment of the human reality, not the betterment of self. There is no element that is superior to the other. There is no element that is better than the other. Each element is important and powerful when it is doing its own thing, which also goes back to the whole authenticity thing. It is important to be authentic and be true to who and what you are. And you cannot be authentic and true to who you are when you do not know who you are. You must first understand who you are, where you come from, and what you are here to understand about yourself, because you are here to simply have a reflection of self. And also understand, as much as you are here to have a reflection of self, you're also here to reflect to other people themselves too. And we are here to work together. The air element, for example. The air, we breathe in consciousness. It helps the body survive in this reality. The same air that when it's mixed with fire, it helps the fire come to light and burn. However, too much air could also create wildfires. And air and fire cannot stop those fires. What do you need then? You need the water elements. The water will be able to quiet down the fire. However, the fire also is important to the earth because sometimes there's dead wood that needs to be burned. And the fire is there to burn that dead wood so that something new can be rebuilt. This is another form of all the elements working together. As human beings, we are also here to work together and to understand each other and have reflections of each other and help each other out. There's nobody better than anybody else. There's no gift that is superior than the other gift. The only reason we feel that way is because we are not being true in the gifts that we have, and because you see somebody else in their gift and in their power, in their understanding of self, you think that you are not as powerful because you are ashamed of your own gift, because maybe you don't understand your own gift. Maybe you haven't embodied and fully fallen in love with the gift that you are to the world. We are all here to be one thing for the betterment of earth, for the betterment of self. We all come from one place. There is no separation. We are all one thing. We have been taught that we are different. We come from different places and all different walks of life. That is simply a choice of the different gift that you are to the world. And a lot of times we choose things that are not aligned with us. We always betray ourselves to try and look like somebody else who is in their power and in their gift, and you are not embodying your own gifts. That's why you feel like somebody else thinks they are better or they are superior to your gift. And it is also important to be humble and not be afraid to ask for help. Because we are here to help each other. We are here to work together in order to have a full human experience, in order to fully be ourselves. And every time somebody chooses themselves and every time somebody chooses to embody their own truth, they give permission to other people to do the same. That's why I feel it's important that we embody our truth, because by doing so, yes, it's hard, yes, it's lonely, yes, you get hate for it. However, when you do that and you are true, you have peace within yourself. And I find that you are able to call in people that are aligned with who you are. And for all you know, all you need to do is just embody yourself, and you are just meant to come here to embody your truth and have somebody else see it and experience it. And that is enough to invoke something inside of them that makes them want to be themselves. And every time you spark a light in somebody's life, you have done enough to that one person. When you change their lives and you make them aware of who they are. And for those who are not, the only way to wake somebody else up is to be yourself. Because when you try and pull somebody out of the matrix, when you try and pull somebody to see things as they are, you will never succeed, because it is simply not their time to see that. However, if you embody your own truth, those who have eyes will see. Those who have ears will hear. And that is all you need to do. People need to see God in you so that they know how to find God in themselves. You don't need to force anybody to understand. Just embody your truth and be yourself. And let's work together for the betterment of the human race. That's all we need to do. Work together in our own true power, which is being authentic and understanding self. Every day, get to know yourself, understand yourself. And the people and the things that are aligned with who you truly are will find you. And be humble and learn from anything and everything and anyone, because you don't know how God is going to speak to you. And God speaks in very different ways, in very interesting ways. And if you understand God, you understand that God will always support whatever it is that you truly believe in your heart. I am Shadow, and this is Shadow Work.